So as you guys know, fragrance is very subjective. It's very hard to find a fragrance that everyone is going to like, and there's really nothing you can do about that. And that's why a lot of these top 10 lists can be so hit or miss, because they could be my top 10 or my top 5 favorite fragrances, but to another person they could hate all of them, right? So I wanted to do something a little bit different with this video. This video is going to be 5 types of fragrances that everyone needs in their collection. Now I am going to be including examples, one designer and one niche for each category, but this list isn't focused on those fragrances. It's focused on the categories themselves, what I think and what I believe every collector needs. So like I said, you'll take these categories, you'll take these thoughts, and then go out and test fragrances yourself, find what you like that would work for these categories. I'm just giving you, again, the categories, and I'm giving you some examples for each one so you kind of know what to look for. So guys, if that sounds interesting, let's jump into it. So the first category we have is inoffensive fragrances. These are fragrances that aren't going to offend anyone, as the name implies. They're just fragrances that are light, that are fresh, and that aren't going to come across as too strong, and that aren't going to be too polarizing to where some people may hate them. Now my 2 examples for this is Petit Matin for the niche side and Versace Eau Fraiche for the designer side. Both of these are light, they're citrusy, they're fresh, and you really can't go wrong with either of these. It would be hard to find someone that hates these unless they hate citrus, but to the general public, people are going to find these clean and fresh and pleasing. And one thing I do want to mention real quick for this list, I tried not to overlap the different categories, and what I mean by that, I didn't include a category called office fragrances because that would fall under this category, inoffensive fragrances. So hopefully that makes sense. I tried to pick out as many different types of fragrances as I could for this list so it wouldn't be too repetitive. Alright guys, up next we have formal fragrances. So these are going to be fragrances that smell very upscale, that smell very classy, sophisticated. These are just fragrances that you'd wear for any sort of formal event, whether it be, a wedding, a job interview, job meeting, a nice dinner, whatever the case may be, you would wear formal fragrances. So again, for my examples, I chose Creed Royal Oud for the niche and Dior Homme Intense for the designer. Both of these smell very upscale, very classy, are definitely formal scents. They definitely aren't for wearing a t-shirt in the summer and going to the store, right? These are very, very upscale scents, preferably more for the evening and for more formal, high-class, dressed-up events. Up next, we have night out or party fragrances. So these are fragrances that you'd wear if you're going to a party or a club in the evening. You're just having some fun. You're not worrying about being professional. You're just out for a good time at the bar with your friends, with girls, whatever the case may be. And for this example, I chose Creed Original Santal and Armani Stronger With You. So both of these fragrances have the sweet, mass appealing type of smell that really draws people in and that really push out, and that are great for any sort of party situation because they really cut through the air, they really get people's attention, and that's what you want in a situation like that. So again, you could choose anything here for this spot. You could choose Versace Eros, you could choose Aventus, whatever the case may be. I just chose these 2 because they both kind of get the same thing done. Up next, we have versatile dumb reach fragrances. So these fragrances are great for if you're not really sure what you want to wear. You just reach for these, you spray them on, and you're good to go. So we have Creed Green Irish Tweed and of course Dior Sauvage. Both of these are great dumb reach fragrances. You just spray them on and go, and you're set for pretty much any situation, no matter what time of the year it is, no matter the temperatures. They both just work 99% of the time. So it's my dumb reach fragrances. You could put anything here. You could put, again, Aventus, a little bit more expensive, but could definitely be a dumb reach. You could put Dylan Blue, Aqua Atlantique, any of those blue fragrances, Bleu de Chanel, anything there. I just chose these 2 because they were dumb reach fragrances. I know that they would work, so definitely had to have some dumb reach fragrances in your collection for those days that you're really not feeling it. You really don't know what you want to wear, but you know you want to definitely wear something. One of these would do the trick. Alright guys, last up we have date fragrances. Of course, you had to have a nice, inviting, alluring date fragrance. For that, I chose MFK Baccarat Rouge 540 and La Nuit de l'Homme. So, of course, I had to choose La Nuit de l'Homme. In my opinion, it is still one of the best date fragrances as far as designers go. No matter how much people say it's popular and played out and that everyone wears it, where I live, no one wears it, so it works great for me, and it's just an amazing smell. Baccarat Rouge 540 is this very luxurious, transparent, woody smell that really draws people in. It is expensive, but it's just worth it. Really great scent that would work great on a date. It is possible to overspray this one, so 1 to 2 sprays was all you need for a date situation. You could also include something like Dolce & Gabbana The One. That's another great date fragrance on the designer side. So really it's up to you. Find out what your taste is, kind of use these fragrances as a reference, as a guide. Again, this video wasn't focused on these particular fragrances that I chose. They're all great fragrances for all of these categories, but everyone probably isn't going to like all of those. So I'm just using those as an example to kind of back up what I'm saying about each category I think everyone needs. And then it's up to you to go out, do some sampling, find out what works for you for those categories. So guys, that's basically it. That is my video on the 5 types of fragrances that everyone needs in their collection. And if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss out when I post. And that's it for me, guys. I'm out. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Give me a chance.